everyone, my name is Pranita Kaududerkar and today we discuss about the topic of skeletal system. So skeletal system which provide the skeletal framework, that is internal framework to the human body, and in starting the human body consists the 270 to 350 bones. Then after adulting they fuse and form the 206 bones. So there are the some functions of the skeletal system. So skeletal system provide the framework and support to the human body. That and another function of the skeletal system, such as the storage, it store the calcium, phosphorus, magnesium, and help in the locomotion of the body, that is called movement of the body, and also help in the production of the cells such as the erythrocytes, because the RBC which is produced in the red bone marrow. And another one is the it provide the protection to the body, such as skeletal system, that is skull is covered by the brain is covered by the skull, and another that is the skeletal system which provide the rib cage, and rib cage cover the lungs and heart, and it is used in the endocrine regulation, that is the glucose metabolism. And then we talk about the skeletal system. So skeletal system, that is uh, divided into the two compartments, that is the axial and appendicular. So skeletal system consists of the joints, bones, and cartilages. So first one we see the bone. So bone is the heart structure, that is consist of the 45% water, 35% mineral salt, and 20% that is the collagenous protein. So that is formation of the blood cell called as the osteogenesis, which included the three bone cells, that is the osteoblast, osteoclast, and osteocytes. So osteoblast, which is the immature newly formed cell, osteo sites, which is the mature healthy living energetic cell, and osteoclast, which involve the old age or the destruction phase bone cell. So equilibrium can be maintained by the osteoclast and the osteoblast. Then it involves the ossification, which turning blood cells turning into the bones or the bony tissue, which is divided into the two process, such as the intramembranous ossification and endochondral ossification. So intramembrane ossification, which involve the connective tissue changing into the bone, that is a example flat cells, and endochondral ossification, which involve the connect that is cartilage converted into the bone. Then we saw the structure of the bones. Then structure of the bone, which involve the outer layer of the bone called as the periosteum, and inner layer of the bone called as the endosteum. Then it involve the medullary cavity, in which the nutrient foramen present, and it is divided into the two regions, that is the diaphysis and epiphysis. So the epiphysis, which and present in the both the terminal, and diaphysis, which is present in the middle. Then we talk about the axial and appendicular region. So axial, which involve the 18 in number bones, and which form the longitudinal axis of the body, and appendicular, which form the peripheral axis of the body and consist of the 126 bone. So axial bone consist of the skull region, that is vertebral column, rib cage, and ear ossicle. Then appendicular region included the shoulder blade, that is the collar bone, and upper limb and the lower limb. So first one is the skull bone. So skull bone, which is divided into the four region, that is the cranial bone, facial bone, throat bone, and the another one is ear ossicle. So first one is the uh, Cranial bone which is included the 8 bones such as the frontal, parietal, occipital, temporal, and ethmoid and sigmoid, that is consist of the 8 bone. And facial bone which give the facial appearance to the body, such as the mandible, maxilla, palate, um, then lacrimal, vomer, and these are the facial bone. And throat bone which is consist of the one bone, that is the hyoid bone, which is connected to the tongue. And last one is the ear ossicle, that is the malleus, incus and stems is the shortest bone of the human body. Then it included the vertebral column. So vertebral column involve the 33 vertebral column, which is 5 is to form the uh, that is sacrum, consider as a 1, and 4 fuse to form the colics, that is considered as a 1. So there are the three regions, that is a vertebral column, lumbar column, and the uh, neck region. Then next one is the rib cage. So rib cage which involve the 1 to 7 rib cage, which is directly connected to the sternum, also called as the true rib cage. And 8, 9, 10 numbers rib cage, all the false rib cage, because it connected to the 7th rib cage. And 11 and 12 called as the float rib cage, that is connected to the posteriorly. So rib cage which is called as the flat bone, sternum also called as the flat bone, and the or the breastbone, which is consist in the adult is 1 and 3 in the child. Then appendicular region. So appendicular region which is involved in the uh, appendicular regions, which involve such as the pelvic girdle, posterior pelvic girdle, that is upper limb and the lower limb, and pubic girdle, so posterior girdle. So first one is the uh, posterior girdle, which involve the scapula and clavicle called as the shoulder blade, sorry, clavicle called as the that is collarbone, and scapula called as the shoulder blade. Then next one is the pelvic girder which involve the ilium, ischium, and the pubic bone, which is all the membrane, all the bone is connected and considered as a one, so it is bilateral, it consists the two bone. And another one is the up, upper limb. So upper limb is the upper extremities called as the hand, which involves the humerus, radius, ulna, metacarpal, and phalanges. That is the 60 bone, which left hand 30 and right hand 30. Then next one is the lower limb. So lower limb which is included the 60 bone, that is left 30 and right 30. So first one is the femur, which is longest bone, tibia, fibula, that is tarsal, metatarsal, and phalanges. So these are the bones. And next one is the joints. So joints, there are the divided into the three regions, such as the synovial, cartilaginous, and the fibrous. So fibrous, which is the um, immovable joints, such as the skull bone. And fibrous, which is involve the that is freely movable joint, that is the shoulder. And next one is the cartilaginous joint, which is the slightly movable joint. So this is all about the skeletal system. Thank you so much.